Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a review for an album that is long overdue. It is Jasmine's COMPLEXX. It took me quite a while to sort of warm up to this album, I think because it's quite a bit different from her first album, Gold, which I'm still totally in love with. Yeah, so I hauled this like a few years ago and I showed you guys some of the album art then, but I can show you now. So this is the back cover. This is the DVD and CD version, and my friend brought this back for me from Japan, so I'm not exactly sure where she purchased it. Yeah, so here's the inside cover. Actually, I think I might have reversed these, so you might get this cover facing out if you buy this album. There's the album and the DVD, and I like the monochrome theme in this album art. It's a pretty simplistic but stylish concept for this album. So without further ado, let's just get into the review. The first song is High Flying, and I really enjoy this song. It has a note of R&B in it, but with kind of like an updated feeling, and this song received a video. I feel like Jasmine is really showcasing her voice in this song, and it's not my favorite on the album, but it's pretty close to it, and the song got me super excited for this new album by her. Track 2 is Best Partner, and I've listened to this song so many times. This song isn't about romantic love, it's about being a friend and a best friend and cherishing that and all the good things about your best friend. The song again is very heavily R&B flavored, and I really love the juxtaposition of the strings in the background with the hard R&B beat. And this song also received a music video. The third song is Addiction, and this is one of those songs where I was kind of hesitating on. It's so weird. It has this marching band sound, and that's really unique amongst Jasmine's songs and like most J-pop songs I've heard. Despite that, it's not the most memorable song ever. I do really like the big horns at the bridge, I think. I do like this song, but sometimes it's a little difficult for me to get into, and it's definitely not anywhere in my favorites on this album, but it's not a terrible song either. The next song is Touch Me on the Beach, and I don't like this song really at all. Jasmine opens the song saying it's summertime, it's gonna be hot, and it's kind of like, no shit. And I feel like this is a filler song. It's pretty generic pop. There's nothing really appealing about the instrumentals, and I feel like Jasmine's voice is kind of wasted on this type of song. Like anyone could kind of perform this song. The next song is Bitches. I love this song. I don't really know what it's about. I've never looked up a lyric translation of this, but it's kind of dramatic and like dark and sexy, and I seriously have no idea what it's about. Like it's called Bitches, but it's like a kind of aggressive song. I really like Jasmine's kind of cries near the end of the song. The next song is I Hate You. I never ever remember this song when I sit down and listen to this album. It could be because the song is all over the place. It's like 2 or 3 songs mashed into one. So the song is kind of like emotional and dramatic, and then all of a sudden there's this like dubstep breakdown, and Jasmine's kind of like yelling, rapping, and it's very grating and annoying. So I can't say I like the song. It's just kind of bizarre with like different genres kind of shoved in there. The next song is Weekend High, and this is kind of a filler song to me. It's a very like generic dance sounding song, and I felt like it could have been left off the album. Jasmine's voice sounds great in it, but she's an amazing vocalist, so I can't say too much else about the song. The next song is Only You, and this was a single and it had a video, and oh my god, I love this song. It's very, very reminiscent of Jasmine's heavy R&B ballads from Gold, which I love. It's one of my favorite albums ever, so this song is just fantastic to me, and it's a really emotional, like sexy R&B ballad. The next track is Realize. The song is like a typical kind of new-ish J-pop sound to me. A lot of J-pop artists have been using this type of pop song recently. It's really reminiscent of Amuro Namie's singles from her past few years, I would say. I can actually picture Namie singing the song pretty clearly. That being said, Jasmine brings this pretty unique and raw emotion to the choruses in the song particularly. She always has this great skill of adding a lot of drama to her voice and really conveying the emotions of the song, even if I don't understand some of the words. I feel like the command of her voice and her range and just the raw feeling in her voice is really present in this song, even if it's not among my favorites on the album. The next song is One, and it was also a single with a video. I really love this song. It's one of my favorites on the album, if not my favorite. It's really hard for me to decide on this album. I've listened to this song a million bajillion times like some of the others on this album. There's a dancer in this video that looks like one of my best friends from high school who was Japanese, whom I stayed with the first time I went to Japan. So the video and this song makes me feel very, very nostalgic, and it makes me miss her a lot. So as for the actual song, it's a little hard to describe the genre or the sound in it. It's a hard synth sound pop song, kind of mid-tempo, and again in Jasmine style. It's pretty dramatic and a little emotional, and that's something I really like about her actually, is that there's not a ton of fluff in her albums. Next up we have Hero, and this is another EDM song which I was a little disappointed in. As you guys know, I don't like EDM and I really prefer R&B, and of course I know that artists change and they want to diversify their genres and stuff like that, but I just think Jasmine's voice is more suited towards R&B. Not that she sounds terrible in the song, I think she sounds great, it's just the instrumentals that I don't find appealing. The last song is I'll Be There, and it is an R&B ballad, so Jasmine is giving me what I want. That being said, it is a little generic and not very memorable, but I do really enjoy the song nonetheless. So that has been the album Complex. So I guess it really was the EDM songs on this album that kind of threw me off from really falling in love with it right away. But my favorite songs on the album are one, Only You, and Best Partner. Not really in that order, I'm not totally sure about the order. I like them all kind of almost equally. And my least favorite songs are Hero and Touch Me on the Beach. So I hope if this review hasn't piqued your interest in Jasmine, if you've never heard of her before, check out my review of her album Gold. I think both of her albums are really, really good, but I still prefer Gold a little bit more over this one. If you guys listen to this album, let me know what you thought of it in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
That one's the worst. That one's a dog food.
Okay. Oh my god! It tastes like tomato barf. Ew! Oh. Watching The Burrow. So I just wanted to do a little personal update video because I want to use this channel as a kind of behind the scenes look at my projects that I'm working on. Not exclusively to that obviously, but I would like to incorporate that into this channel. So
and the third thing is, even if we are taking a more external approach to our writing, what we end up doing is taking too broad of an approach, right? There's too big of a scope, there's too much spread out instead of a more fine point, right? And it makes for a less interesting story.